Hi everyone, Paul Morbid here, Morbid Team Entertainment. Alright, we have a Yashica Super-60 Electronic. Alright, it does not work as previously shown in the video due to the corroded battery compartment. Alright, I'm going to flip this around, I'm going to show it. Okay, remove. Here you can see some corrosion has already started. The paint's already come off of the battery compartment here. It's die cast, and die cast is always a problem as the years go by, right? Flip it around. All right, let's take a look. Well, there we are, right there. It's plain to the eye. See, right there. Let's shine some more light on the subject. Okay. There we go. There we go there at the end of my pencil eraser. Okay. Turn it around. You can see it here. Get as much of a close-up as I can due to the angle. All right. Let's see what's going on. Let's see if I can zoom in. There you go. All right. Light on the subject. There. You see what's going on, okay? So these need to be replaced. The good thing is, and here's the thing to point out, when you're buying a single 8 or Super 8 camera, that this is Super 8, in the battery compartment, always have the seller send you a photo of the battery compartment. Clear, fully lighted photo to make sure, so you can check for the rust and corrosion. Check for screws, like these are flatheads or Phillips, whatever you got. So you can go in there and change these. You can take this out. What's going to happen, this corrosion is going to travel up inside of here, up inside of this grip, up inside in between the wires and the wire coating. All right, and you got some screws here. These are Phillips. So let's get in here and see what we can do. Let's see if we can save this camera or if it's just going to be junk. We'll see how far it goes. May end up parts, may not. Okay, I really had to do some prying to loosen this screw and then this one, and then suddenly it just fell out, and it's just so tiny. I mean, there it is. It is like the tiniest thing. Believe me, you'll lose it if you're not careful. So what I've done is I've taken it and put it here. Okay. See it right there? I had to put it on the black part of the paint. There it is. Unbelievable. All right. Let's see if I can get back into this. It's going to let me. That's kind of tough. Remember again, this is one of the worst parts, one of the most toughest things is these screws that are frozen due to rust and corrosion. I'm waiting on this thing to pop out. There's no telling what size it is. That's the thing. Got to kind of aim it in the center of my mat as much as possible. So this thing falls out and falls off the end of my screwdriver. It's not magnetized. Wow, that is really tight. get some leadway. It's moving, yes. Coming out there, just see what it's going to be like. Okay. There we go. Okay, the next thing I have to do is go up under the grip, because in order to remove this, of course, from these leads right here to the batteries, you have the wires that are connected to that, right? So there they are, and probably all that's got to be cleaned up all the way through there, meaning all the way through here, inside there, these wires. Next, remove these two Phillips. I'm putting these over here in the other part of the battery compartment of the camera, just like any other screw. So far. Come in. Won't be difficult. Okay, we're going to have to remove the screws from this lens. These are teeny tiny, by the way. Remove those and put them in the battery holder. This one. This is why you take your batteries out of your cameras, especially back in those days. I remember people always hardly ever take their cameras, the batteries out of their cameras. Where are you? There you are. I thought I lost you, but I found you. Where are you? There you are. Okay, I've actually had to use a larger mini flathead. And there it comes. I gotta aim this down on the table, so my finger on it so when it falls out I can hopefully catch it. Okay, got it. Right into the tray. Alright. Done there. Alright. Here we go. Gently. Pulling that off right there, okay? As you can see also, upon that this camera can be repaired, later all this stuff here will have to be cleaned. Okay, are you ready for this? Here we go. Down. Okay, out, and there you are. Now you can see some, yeah, there's a bit, but here, see, all the stuff's going to have to be cleaned, and it's going to have to be re-lubricated, I'm sure. All in here, a lot of grime, so I want to get that taken care of. All right. And the reason I took this ring off right here is to show you there is dirt in there. It's got to be cleaned, so in case you're wondering. Okay, there you are. Okay, next we're just going to take a look at the front inside of the camera, but we've got to remove this cover. So more screws. That's what it is. All right. On top. They'll turn it around here. Come on. Work with me, pal. Ugh. So we should be about there, and there's a screw. So we finally got it. All right. But there's more. Right here. Wow, that one's pretty loose. I hope there's no more of removing things that I think there's going to be. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, this plate should slide right off. A little bit of wiggling, but it should slide right off. Okay, there you are inside. Okay, and there you have the inside motor, another motor. There you go, right there where the lens goes. That type of deal. Has some rust you got to take care of. That type of thing, but we've got to get down here, right? So, what else do we have to do? Curious. Okay, here it is. There is a screw here. There's a flathead. And there's a hole here. This thing's almost fallen off, this grip. Probably due to rust, corrosion, that type of thing. Alright, so you gotta go through here. Unscrew this. Things. Okay, some of the wiring broke, but wanted to go back for that. Wow, look here. A lot of rust here. So it's all the way on this wiring here. That's the problem. Okay. So I should. There's that screw you just took off. Look at the corrosion on it. Corrosion all over the place. All right. There, wiring there. Rust and corrosion all over the place. So the handle's going to have to be dismantled upon that this is going to be a go. And I get inside of here, it could be worse. That's the deal. So let's see if this is a go or not. Let me get that lanyard out of the way. There you go. See, there's no lubrication. Lubrication's gone here on the shutter button. All right. So there we go. The Yashica Su-60E. All right, Super 8. So I do suggest this for film students. You're just getting in to low budget filmmaking. It's nice, it's heavy, it's metal. The lens is okay. The speed settings are all right. Again, I've just got to clean this battery section up and see if I can get it up and running. But other than that, you find one that works and go for it and enjoy it. And remember everyone, for more videos like these, do subscribe. Until next time, later.